Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be taking you through a full body mobility routine working on our body's major joints, our shoulders, our back, and our hips to improve the control we have over those joints and to move them through their full range of motion, which is going to help us feel and move as good as we can. This routine takes less than 10 minutes, you shouldn't need any equipment, and I've provided some options to get down on the floor, or you could do this sitting in a chair. Use this as part of a warm-up, a movement break throughout the day, or try to include it as part of your daily mobility practice. We're going to start off with our neck cars. So begin by bringing your shoulder blades down and back. With those shoulders right where they are, you're going to bring your chin down towards your chest as far as you can, and then rotate in one direction as far as you can. Bring your ear down to your shoulder side bending, and then start to look up nice and high at the ceiling. From there, we're going to rotate the opposite direction, start to side bend and bring your chin down to your collarbone on that side, and then swing it back to the middle starting position before we reverse. So we're rotating until we run out of room, side bending, bringing your ear down to your shoulder, and then looking up as high at the ceiling as you can, starting to rotate your chin to the opposite side, bringing your chin down to that collarbone, and then swinging your chin all the way back down to that middle starting position. Now it's our upper back's time to move. Begin by standing wide and give yourself a big hug. We're going to start to round your spine forward, reaching your elbows down for your waist before rotating as far as you can in one direction, and then side bending, bringing your shoulder down to your hip. Finally, bringing your chest nice and proud to the ceiling, extending your back. We're going to rotate the opposite direction, side bend, bringing your shoulder down to your hip, and then finally round through the front of your body, curling everything forward before we reverse. So we're rotating one direction, side bending, getting nice and proud, opening up your chest to the ceiling, and then rotating the opposite direction, shoulder to hip, side bending, and then finally starting to round everything back to that middle starting position. For your shoulder blades, you can grab a yoga block if you've got it, or not, you can do it without. Arms stretched straight out in front. You're going to bring your shoulder blades up to your ears, press your shoulder blades forwards, pull them down towards the ground, and then back in together. We'll make one more big circle, pulling your shoulder blades up towards your ears, trying to keep your elbows straight, pressing that yoga block forward or your fists forward, pushing your shoulders down towards the ground, and then finally back in together one last time. Now for our shoulder cars, we're trying to move through our ball and socket shoulder joint. Take one hand, place it on your collarbone as you bring your elbow out 90 degrees and spin your upper arm up and down. We're trying to find our end range internal and external rotation here without moving our shoulder blade, moving entirely through that ball and socket joint. Once you've completed that on one side, we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side, moving slowly and intentionally, spinning through our upper arm, getting as much internal and external rotation as we can get out of that joint. Now we'll prepare to move our shoulder through its full range of motion. Start with your fist facing forward and squeeze your chest muscles to draw your arm across your body. Bring your bicep as close to your face and your ear as you can get it, before starting to rotate your arm, pointing your thumb towards the back of the room, reaching backwards as far as you can. When we come to the bottom of our arm circle, the back of our hand should reach your back pocket. From here, we reverse, reaching backwards as far as you can, opening up your arm, and then starting to bring that bicep nice and close to your ear again, before finally squeezing your chest and reaching your arm as far across your body as you can, the biggest arm circle we can make without our upper back contributing. From there, we're going to get ready to do the same thing on the opposite side, reaching our arm across our body as far as we can, squeezing our chest, bringing your arm and your bicep nice and close to your ear, spinning through your shoulder as we reach backwards as far as we can, making the biggest arm circle you can get, reaching the back of our hand to our back pocket, and then reversing, reaching backwards as far as you can. When we run out of room, we open that palm up to the ceiling and start to bring that arm nice and close to our ear again. Brush it across your face and your chest as you come as far across your body as you can, and then finally bring that arm back to its starting position. Up next, we have spinal mobility. We can do this in a seated position or down on the ground with our knees under our hips and hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to start off in a rounded position, and then starting from our hips, we're going to slowly squeeze the muscles in our back, dropping our belly button down towards the ground to slowly move our body into a more extended position. We're trying to move segmentally, one little vertebrae or one little segment at a time. And then once you're fully extended, we're going to start to round your lower back, slowly rounding the entire spine all the way from your pelvis up to the top of your head. Moving slowly, we're going to go through 2 full reps, really focusing on trying to move as intentionally as you can. As you make your way into the arched position, you should be able to feel all of the little muscles that run up and down your spine squeezing. And then as you slowly start to round into the flexed position, we want to feel the muscles on the front side of your tummy and chest squeezing to move your back up towards the ceiling as far as you can. Now moving on to our hips, we can start off in a seated position or you can lay down on your back. We're going to bring one knee up directly over top of our hip with our knee bent to around 90 degrees. From here, we're going to spin through our hip, trying to internally and externally rotate our leg as far as we can. The more you can keep your knee in the same spot, the more true this rotation is going to be. As we do this, we want to think about keeping our pelvis nice and still. We don't want our low back swaying back and forth on the ground. Once we've done a few reps on the one side, we're going to switch to the other. So same as before, knees directly in front of your hip, and we're spinning through that upper bone, rocking back and forth between internal and external rotation. Shown here is a sitting version as well. Following this, we're going to move our hip through its full range of motion. Starting off laying down on your side, we're going to pull your knee up as high towards your chest as you can before we start to draw the knee up towards the ceiling, opening up to the side as much as you can. There's also a standing option showing here as well. From here, we're going to draw our knee backwards and down, extending our hip and squeezing our butt so that our knee meets our opposite knee. After that, we reverse, bringing our knee back up towards the ceiling, eventually spinning through our hip, reaching our foot as high towards our chest on the floor as you can, keeping your knee up nice and high to the ceiling. And then finally sliding your foot along the floor, having that top knee meet your bottom knee, making the biggest hip circle you can possibly make. Same thing on the opposite side, keeping our pelvis still, we're going to draw our knee towards our chest. From here, we pick our knee up and bring it up towards the ceiling, bringing our leg out to the side. Slowly, we're going to start to reach our knee backwards and down to extend our hip and have our knee meet our opposite knee. We're making the biggest hip circle we can here without moving our pelvis. When we reverse, we bring our whole leg back up to the ceiling, squeezing side hip stuff. We'll reach our foot high on the ground, as high as we can towards our chest, keeping our knee high, and then finally slide our foot along the floor so that our knees meet each other at the bottom. Alrighty folks, that's everything for today. You made it through. If you have some more time, you could run through those exercises a second time if you were really keen, or come back to these tomorrow and include them as part of your daily routine. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you think.